Okay, then on the next exhalation, lowering your head, opening your eyes. Come to stand at the front of the mat. Standing in mountain, Tadasana, feet hip distance apart. And we're not going to start with sun salute, so we're going to do a few, they're kind of runner movements to wake up the body ready for a run or activity. So standing here in mountain, first we're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Feel the length in the body, and then exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees if you need to, relax your head, fingertips or palms to the mat. Feel the backs of the legs, and then you're going to inhale to stand, and then draw your right knee into your chest. Lift up strongly through the left thigh. Try not to grip with the toes, spread the left toes, place them down. And then draw the knee that's lifted, and just take one hand and just draw it out to the side slightly. Lower it down. Inhale. Other side, lift the opposite leg, squeeze it in. Don't grip with the standing toes. Take the leg out. Roll the hip. And we do again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the left leg up to hug. Take the leg out, little roll with the knee. Other side, inhale, lift the right leg to hug. Take it out to the side, little roll, place the foot down. Exhale, fold. So now bend your knees. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Relax your head and then lift up through straight legs if you can. So it doesn't matter if they're not straight, you're just feeling into the hamstrings here. Relax your head and shoulders. Okay, bend your knees slightly. Inhale, come up slowly. Then we're going to do Frankenstein, hands to hips, stand well, so lift the chest, squeeze the core, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, shoulders relaxed, and then you're going to lift the right leg and your arm will come out, so you're going to try and touch your toes. But don't, if you feel tightness in the top of the hamstring, go carefully, so don't just fling your leg up. You can do 5 each side. You can fold towards it if you can, but if you're trying to stay reasonably upright. One more, other side. So first thing in the morning, this is more a demonstration of how to do warm-up stretches. So obviously we're not necessarily warm, so we're not going full tilt, just keep your leg a little bent if you need to. Okay, and coming back to the front of the mat, take your arms wide, and then you'll draw little micro circles. So pushing up through the fingertips, going in one direction first. And then back the other way. But shoulders away from ears, don't use your traps to keep the arms up. Think of your core. Okay, arms to side. And now we're going to do 3 Sun Salute A, Surya Namaskar A, standing in mountain. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, fold forward, knees can be bent. Inhale to halfway lift, Palms into shins, extend the crown of the head forward, exhale, palms down, step back, roll forward into plank, lowering to the mat. So drop your knees if you need to, hug the elbows in, lower to the mat. Inhale to cobra. Tops of the feet press down and the pubic bone, draw the shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips into down dog. So check you're placing your hands well. So index finger points forward and then spread the fingers from there. Press down, so you want more weight on the index finger and the thumb, pad of the thumb. Lift your hips up. Knees can be bent, but trying to get stretch through the spine. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come forward to halfway lift. Tip the tailbone up, feel the hamstrings, the back body. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Then palms together, look up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to Chaturanga, low press up. So plank, elbows bending at the side, the rib cage, drop knees if you need to. And then inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift into down dog. 2 more breaths here. So don't let the head dangle too much, so your ears are between your arms. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Come to Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bend your knees, bring your fingertips down to the outside of your feet. Take your right foot back. And then you want your feet hip distance apart, then drop your right knee, but way behind your hips. Flatten the foot, come up, low lunge, Anjane. So hands to the front thigh, chest facing forward, sink your hips. Lovely stretch. Inhale, lift your right arm up and lean over to the left. Keep sinking the hips. It's fine if you're in this position, if your knee was to come forward, it's fine when the weight is down. Then exhale, bring your hands down, tuck the right toes under, shift your hips back, so hips over knee, and then wiggle the front foot forward, point your toe, and then flex. You can walk your hands back a bit, you can even use the block to give you a bit of height if that helps. So you want to draw the left hip back, bring the right hip forward, so hips are level to the front of the mat. As you flex that foot, you should feel this is your IT band, iliotibial band, which stretches from the outside, under the knee on the outside to the outside of the hip and the hamstring. Obviously, you should feel that. So the IT band can be a sporting issue, just gets too tight and then rubs on those joints, pulling the knee out of line. Okay, then plant the left foot forward, palms down, tuck the right toes under, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog, and then coming into pigeon, so your left knee is going to go behind your left wrist. Point your toes across to the other side of the mat and down, then drop the right knee. Slide the right knee back, then walk your fingertips in line with the front knee. sink your hips. If you need to help yourself from rolling to the left, you can just prop that left hip. Now as you sink the hips, lift the chest, you can either stay here, but if you can, you'll walk your hands forward. You can either stay up, or if you can, you'll start to fold. Any pain in the knee, you need to back off. You don't want too much of a, this is actually, if this is too much, you can do this on your back, figure four. You can lie down, thread the needle, lie on your back. Hopefully this works for you. Okay, then tuck the right toes under, come up onto your palms. Lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Give that leg a little wiggle. And then you're going to, from down dog, bring left knee to nose and then place the left foot between your hands. Step the right foot forward, ragdoll. Hold on to your elbows, bend your knees, relax your head. Then fingertips beside the feet, take the left foot back. Feet hip distance apart, coming into our low lunge, enchaîné. Drop the left knee down. Flatten the foot. Come up onto the front thigh. Sink the hips. If you feel you can do more of a stretch, take the left knee back. Lift the chest. Inhale, left arm up, lean over to the right. So this pose is working your psoas, so we're stretching across the front of the hip, the biggest of the hip flexors. And then this little leaning to the side is the TFL, tensor fasciae lata, this little muscle that crosses over the front of the iliac crest, that bony bit of your pelvis. So that can really tug on the hip flexors, IT band, etc. So stretching that out, then hands down. You might want your block near you. Coming into this is called half monkey, Ardha Hanuman. So tuck the left toes under, take the hip back, left hip over left knee, and wiggle the right foot forward. Point the toe first, and then flex. If you need the block to give you a bit of height. So draw the right thigh bone back, bring the left hip forward so the hips are level to the front of the mat. And the more you fold towards that leg, the stronger the stretch. So that's, you might need to feel you need more height, but if you can, you'll bring your hands either side and you can start to fold, but you need to keep drawing the right thigh bone back. Okay, then lowering the foot down, come up on the back foot, bring the right leg through, three-legged dog, and then we're going to come into pigeon. So rolling into plank, right knee behind right wrist, point the toes across and down to the other side of the mat, slide the left knee back, flatten the foot, and to settle the hips evenly, walk your hands back in line with your knee, sink your hips if you need to prop the right thigh to stop you rolling to the side. And then bring your hands forward. If you can, you'll fold. You might find it's easier to keep the left toes under, just see how it feels. That helps to project the chest a little further forward. Might take a bit of pressure off the right thigh, but if you can, use your breath here. So as you exhale, don't hold your breath. Any pain in the knee, come out. And this is a pose that you can stay in for quite some time if you can bear it. It's the runner's nemesis. So if it's too hard, I'll show you the other version in a minute. But come up onto your palms, tuck the left toes under, lift up into three-legged dog. Let the blood flow back through that thigh. Give it a little wiggle. And then come into down dog. Just one more breath here. Okay, then bring your knees down, come to sit. So pigeon on your back, which is easier because you can control the angle of the hip and the knee. A bit better is thread the needle, or when we're standing, it's figure 4. So bringing the ankle, right ankle across left knee, flex the foot to protect the knee, and then draw, hands go around the back of the left thigh, and then draw the left thigh towards you. So here you can feel how the back is straighter, and you can also back off more with the letting the left thigh further away from you, so you a bit more control. Change to the other side. Let's thread the needle, left arm goes through. Draw the right thigh, and you can use your left elbow to press the thigh away from you. Keep the foot flexed. Okay, and then release. Bring your feet wide to the edges of the mat with the knees bent. And then take your arms wide, palms down. Roll your knees to the right, look over to the left. You can either stay like this, or to deepen, you bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Inhale, lift back to center, take the feet wide, drop the legs to the left, look to the right, left ankle on top of right knee. Inhale, bring the feet back onto the mat, then hug your knees in, draw little circles, and then back the other way, massaging the lower back. Okay, then cross the ankles, hug the knees to your chest, squeeze knee to nose, start to rock. Use your core, come up as far as you can towards the shoulders, and then come to sit. Hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.